Hey everybody, I am Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in this video I'm going to show y'all how to make your own Pebeo paint tray pendants that are domed with UV resin, which gives it this really cool, if the camera will pick up on it, which it won't, kind of, you'll see, it has a really cool effect. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with a 40mm bezel. What that means is the inner, sorry, I've got the mask on and it keeps falling over my mouth. It'll hold a 40mm cabochon, but you could use any size tray that you like. Also, ouch, I do have two just used popsicle sticks that I use for like stirring and blending resins that I'm going to perch it on, and that is because you can see it doesn't lay completely flat because of the bail. So I'm just elevating it up a little bit so that it will actually lay flat. And then we're going to be using Pebeo paints. And in the pendant that I showed you, I was using the Onyx Prism and the Sky Blue Vitrail Pebeo paints. And there will be links to all the different tools and materials listed down below. Now, I do have a respirator face mask that will be linked down below as well that I'm going to put on. So I'm going to sound a little funny. I'm going to try to speak up though, that way you guys can hear me all right. And I'm going to grab, oh, where'd my little hand go? 2 clean sticks. You could use popsicle sticks, you could use bamboo skewers, just whatever you like. And I'm going to take the lid off of each of these and stir them really well. I used this just yesterday, so they're still pretty well stirred. I'm sorry, it's a little hard to talk in the face mask, so I'm going to be quieter than I normally am. But you want to get all of that just mixed up in there. It's coming out pretty nice. Just wiping the excess off the, and dropping it back in. And then with these ones, I found I haven't really had to stir because they don't have like pigments in them that settle. At least not as badly. So I'm just stirring. And then I'm going to take this, oops, and drop it all over the place. Trying to get it predominantly there in the tray, though. Spreading it around. I really like the silver backed trays because they give it a little bit more of like a luminousness, especially through these translucent vitriol pigments. So there's that one. I'm going to put the cap back on. And then with this one here, I'm going to stir just a bit, and then I'm actually going to drip just a little down at the bottom. Just laying in some little spots. Then a few little drops up here also. There we are. And I do want to be very careful to not be cross-contaminating it all, so I let a drop come to the tip and then I set it into the liquid surface. Okay. And so now from here, actually, something that I've done, oops, over on this, the first pendant, was to get a little bit more on here and then drop that inside of the other ones, giving us a nice little stacked effect. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can get a much better idea of what it is that we're doing here. Drop, drop, drop. And some of them it just completely, dissolves it. So for those ones, I'm going to come back in and put a little drop. Drop, 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 drop. There we go. Letting this settle in nicely. And now from here we could use a needle, or here I just have an awl that I use for just about everything. And I'm going to just scrape little squiggles out like that. Let me see if I can't get a slightly different camera angle so that you can see these colors better. There we go. And now every minute or so I'm actually going to take a little bit of video and I'm going to put together a time lapse so that we can watch this dry very quickly. Okay, so it is the next day and I have my respirator on, so I sound a little funny, but this is how our Pebeo paints have come out. Now, I'm going to see if using this UV resin has that same kind of brain marbling effect, I guess, like how it has those lines in it, because this is how this one looked before applying the UV resin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get set up on the little slide tray for my UV light. And because I don't want it just glaring, you know. So I don't know if you guys can hear that super high-pitched cricket, but I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. There we go, that's a pretty good angle. No glare in your face. So again, I'm using one of my favorite UV resins. And I'm just going to take the cap off. And again, I have it propped up on these popsicle sticks because I don't want it just sliding off all over the place. Now on this one, you can see I actually did bring it out to the first level of edging because it had overflowed. So I'm going to try to avoid that this time. Just applying straight from the middle and letting it just seep on out. There we go. And then, oh, I lost my awl. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. And then just using this little tool to drag it to the edges. And the mistake I had made before was, that led to all the spilling, is I tried to just fill it until it naturally seeped to the edges, and then it just overflowed. So I felt really bad about that. So now from here, we can make the decision, instead of moving it, to zoom out just a bit. There we are. You can see my messy workstation. But I'm going to bring our UV light over and just set it like this. Well, you can't really see, but I have it turned on and I'm just holding it over. And you want to make sure that it doesn't like dry out any of your other stuff. But we can just bring it in and set it over it. So also I don't want it to go ahead and cure my nail polishes, so I'll get that out of the way. But I do this just enough to set it up a bit, that way it's not going to spill or overflow as I move it over to my final station. So, and I really love this style. This was by Tiny Pandora, but you can get very similar UV lamps for like fingernails on Amazon. There will be a link down below where you can get it for about basically the same machine for very comparable price. But I really like the feature of the timer, because that way whenever I set it and then forget about it, I'm not burning up, you know, electricity and light bulbs and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to leave it here for one span of the timer, which I think goes for 2 minutes, 120 seconds it looks like. Close enough. Okay, so we're going to pull this over, set it off to the side, and I'm going to show you guys. You can see how I have it set up, and so I'm just going to take our little tray and slide it right on in, and then leave that to sit there. And you could do multiple layers if you want, but really I found only one is necessary. And I'm gonna do it for at least one more, timer span. So usually, 5 minutes will cure it all the way through. So just like that, it is done. And I don't know, I'm suspicious that it might be the heat, because this is this is pretty hot to the touch, like a little uncomfortable to hold, as a result of the UV resin curing. But we have a really nice mirror finish, and so I'm suspicious that it's the heat that makes it do that crazy marbling. If I could get the lamp to stop. Nope, there's no hope for it. Just super neat stuff there, though. Maybe I can get the camera to focus? Maybe? But that really cool marbling. And it seems to be pretty consistent results. So, more data is required for sure. But I'm definitely going to be experimenting more with these Pebeo paints and UV resin because I really like that effect. And also, I had made some in little trays and domed them with Art and Glow, a 2-part casting resin, and did not have this effect, so that's neat. Hey y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with me for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please leave them down below. I love hearing from you guys. If you have any requests for future tutorials or anything like that, I also love to hear from you guys. And then also, the tools and materials are listed down below, and if you purchase something through those links, they are Amazon affiliate links, so that greatly benefits our company anytime you buy anything through our Amazon links. So I really appreciate y'all doing that. There are links to my different social media and things, so if you would like to share your work with me, feel free to tag me in things and post it to my Facebook wall, and I'll do my best to get back to you. But I love seeing what you guys do. Y'all are the most talented and inspiring group of people I've ever met, so, or, not quite gotten to meet yet. Speaking of meeting, we will be at Dragon Con upcoming, and if in the future you're watching this and Dragon Con has already passed, there will be a link on my website to all of our different events that we will be traveling to, so hopefully we can actually meet in person, because that'd be really great. And there are also links down in the video description to my Patreon, where you don't even have to be a pledger. I post stuff for everybody to see, but the more you pledge, the more you get. We do giveaways twice a week now, and digital download content and craft crates and all sorts of behind the scenes pictures and updates. And I really appreciate y'all's support over there, because it definitely makes my free, almost daily tutorials possible. So thank you guys so much again for all of your support and encouragement. But yeah, I think that's it. So until next time, y'all, happy crafting. Oh wait, subscribe my vlog other channel. I'm trying to get better about putting and thingies in. So editing, yay. Okay, bye guys. Bye.